Hey everyone, so today I am doing a different kind of video for you. I'm gonna be taking you along with me as I depot my Gerard Cosmetics lipsticks. I've just recently filmed a swatch video on these, so now I'm going to be showing you how I melt them down and get them into the containers for my makeup artistry kit. So as you can see, I've done 3 already, so the 3 I've done already are here. Just keeping them out of the way. There's still a little bit left over in them, which I'm going to use for myself. But what we're going to need to start off with today is a candle. I'm using a scented candle, but you can use whatever candle you have. It's better to have a larger pillow candle rather than a tea light, because you get more heat from it. You need an old knife and an old spoon. I definitely recommend old cutlery, just because you might burn the cutlery when you put it over the flame, or you might get, lipstick embedded into the serrated bits on your knife. You're going to need a container to pop your melted lipsticks into. You're going to need your lipsticks. You're going to need surgical spirit or a form of high percent alcohol, so like a 99% alcohol. You're going to need some cotton wool and some kitchen roll. So first off, I'm going to take a sheet of kitchen roll and just place it on my leg. You can probably just see that. I'm going to take a bit of cotton wool, and I'm going to pop some surgical spirit on it. Now you need to be careful with this around the flame, so if you are fairly young, I would get your parent to help you with this, but all I'm going to be doing with this is sterilising everything. So I'm just going to clean my spoon, and I have just melted my lipstick, so there's a little bit of lipstick coming off that. I'm going to then sanitise my knife like so. I'm going to take a next clean container, and I just got these containers off eBay. They were about $1.50 for 12, I believe it is. Just put that to the side there, and then I'm also going to take my lipstick, and like I said in my video, I've just disinfected the top of it, so I'm just going back over and making sure I've cleaned that whole area. Okay, so then when we're finished with that, just pop it to one side. Also, another thing which isn't necessarily a necessity is a label maker. I just have my Brother P-Touch label maker that I'm going to be using to label my lipsticks, as you can see here. I'm also going to put, as you can see, this is the colour name, and I'm also going to put the brand as well. So then when I've run out with the certain products, I can then re-top them up. So basically, what I'm going to do is take my spoon and my knife, and I'm just going to cut a little bit above the base of my lipstick. So I've got about that much left over in there, and I'm going to pop that to one side. But remember where you put it so you know the product name. I'm just going to get everything off my knife as best I can. I'm just wiping the knife on the kitchen roll. Hopefully you can understand what I'm doing. Now what I'm going to do is hold this above the flame to start melting the lipstick. As you can see, it's starting to melt. I hope you can see it. Just move that back. This is really good for saving space when you're working on clients. It's also easier to use the lipstick by depotting them from the little tubs, then keep scraping a bit off the lipstick. You don't waste as much. It's just really helpful. I've researched this method loads, and a lot of people put them in like boiling water on the stovetop. People melt them in a saucepan. There's just loads of different ways of doing it. I just found this one, which I first saw Makeup Geek using this technique. I just thought it was the best and kind of safest and cleanest way to do it quickly. So I thought I'd show you just how to do it if you are starting a kit and you're looking to depotting stuff like me. hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And so it's pretty much all melted now, so I get my little tub and I'm just pouring in that lipstick. Now you get quite a lot left over on the spoon, but that's mostly just leftover pigments. It's just spread over a large surface area. So then what you do when you completely finish is you just wipe your spoon off. Now your spoon will be hot, so you do need to be very careful when you do this. You just wipe your spoon off and wipe out that little droplet. There you go. And then that is one lipstick depotted. All I'm going to do now is see that it's called All Dolled Up. So I'm going to go on my little writer and type in all print out. And then when you print it off your label, you just want to stick it on to the canister. Now you want to be very careful because obviously this lipstick is still liquid and it is still very hot, so be very careful. All I do is I just line it up with the bottom of the jar and then just peel and stick the label around it. And then I just let it sort of cool down a bit so it goes a little bit more solid. And I'll just put the lid on. And that is a lipstick depotted and all ready. So I just pop it in here with the others and then I will show you another time. So again, I'm taking a clean pot. I've taken a strip of kitchen roll or towelette or whatever you call it, taking a cotton pad with some surgical spirit on it. I'm going to clean everything, especially because that pink is highly pigmented, so you want to clean everything off so none of the pigments get mixed in with the other products. And you just clean the inside of your container as well. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm doing this on camera or what, it's a weird angle. Okay, so I'm now going in with my next one, which is the red. So I'm just again going to make sure it's completely clean. I have already sanitized these, but I'm just going back over, make sure I don't get any cotton wool bits on it. There we go. And then again, I'm taking my spoon, cutting the lipstick off just before the bottom, so you have about that much left. And then we're popping that to the side. You just want to clean up your finger so you don't get the colorant everywhere. And then we're just going to start melting this red lipstick down. Like I said in the beginning, I've done swatches on all of these lipsticks for you. So if that video is already uploaded, then I will link it in the bottom bar so you can see what they look like actually on. But this is just how I personally depot my lipsticks ready for my makeup artistry kit. Also, another fact, I've never had the lipstick changing in a formulation, so I've never noticed a change with the lipstick from using this method. I know a lot of people just sort of scoop the product out and compact it into jars. I just think this looks a lot neater and a lot tidier, and I just prefer this method. Obviously, if you don't want to be doing the whole melting the product method, there are other ways around that. You can just scoop out the product with a pointed tool, like a spatula that most of you guys will probably have in your makeup kit, and you can then just compact it into the jar, but I much prefer this method personally. It's my personal preference. Now obviously because I'm doing it on camera, I'm not doing anything else, but a lot of the time I'll do this whilst watching TV or listening to music or something else, but because obviously I am doing this for camera. I'm not listening to anything, so it's definitely a good time, like especially when you know what you're doing, it's a good time to watch TV or listen to music or catch up and stuff. I tend to watch YouTube videos when I've got some free time. Okay, so that's all the red I'm going to get off. There we go. And obviously every time you do a lipstick application, you want to get rid of that kitchen roll that you used, and you get a fresh piece out for your next lipstick. So again, I'm going to go in with my label maker, and this is Fire Engine, isn't it? Yeah. And then type up a little label. Most label makers have different font sizes that you can use, and I just use the small font size. So I'm having a blonde moment, forgetting how to spell engine. So yeah, I've just used the small font size, which makes them this size font. So it's perfect for little containers like this. And again, I just sort of put it to the side just so it cools down a little bit before I close the lid and trap all the hot air inside, because I feel like it might condensate the product up. I could just be, you know, making stuff up, but that's just my preference. So again, I'm just going to keep repeating the steps for my last 3 lipsticks that I'm going to do today. And that is how I depot and melt all of my lipsticks. So they're in this cute little carrier. Again, I just picked it up from eBay. I think they're about $1.50, and I picked up 2 of them, one for foundation, one for lipsticks. And it's just really handy. It's a really quick and easy thing to just grab all the lipstick colours that you want. I will try and find a link for the eBay site that I picked it up from. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I depotted and melted my lipsticks today. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon.